Hello class and welcome back to another episode of Siege 101. I'm Professor Hambone and I'll be teaching you some tips and tricks to make you a better siege operator. If you need more siege in your life, check out our podcast Siege is a Show, where we interview pro teams, talk tips and tricks, and discuss the most popular Reddit posts. We also go over strategies and any breaking news for Rainbow Six. The show airs on Wednesdays and can be downloaded from iTunes or Podbean. The link is in the description. So this week we'll be discussing Hereford Base and how you should attack it when you're playing bomb. The strategy still works for secure the area and hostage, however you'll probably use the A-bomb room as a staging area on those modes. When playing Hereford in ranked, the favorite spot for the defenders to pick is usually the armory, which is in the basement. This spot is usually chosen for a number of reasons. There are only 2 top hatches, there are no windows, and there's only 1 door, and the basement provides numerous spots to hunker down and defend from. So to complete this strategy, you're going to need the Fantastic 5, also known as Thermite, Thatcher, Twitch, Ash, and Sledge. Twitch and Sledge can be swapped out for others, but they play a specific role, which we will cover in a later point in the video. So if you swap them, make sure you replace them with operators who can achieve similar results. So the first step that you're going to want to do is kill all the exterior cameras. Nothing will spoil an attack quicker than being spotted, so the enemy knows what's going on. After you kill all the cameras, you're going to want to have somebody stay to the right who can check up on the 2nd and 3rd floors for anybody who's coming on the flank. Since this strategy is becoming more widely used, or even if it's not this specific strategy, most people do stack up around this area. A lot of people will go to the 2nd or 3rd floor and pop out and get a couple quick kills. So you're going to want to have somebody to the right who can deal with that. You're also going to want to have someone on the left side who can watch for the same deal coming out from the 1st floor. You'll notice that there is that wood portion of the barrier, and it allows for people to take a C4, somebody specifically like Pulse, who can blow that wall down and pop out and ruin your day. So after you have both sides set in place, it's a good idea to have someone drone out the 2nd floor to make sure nobody is hiding in any of the nooks and crannies up there so that you can attack the armory in peace. It's a good idea during the prep phase to have someone leave their drone on the 3rd floor so that they can easily check that for you, and also have one do the same thing for the 2nd and the 1st floor. Those are 2 good tips, and that way it won't take you too long to drone out all the upper floors and pick out any potential roamers. So once you have those 2 things taken care of, you're going to want to have Ash the top portion of the reinforced wall in the lockers. More often than not, this wall should be reinforced. Usually when I see that it's not reinforced, it's because they either ran out of time or somebody forgot to do it. So yeah, you're just going to want to have Ash break that down, and from there, you get tons of angles. I mean tons of angles. You can see to the left over into the A-bomb room. You can see to the right in the lockers. You can also see back into the actual armory. So it provides a very good vantage point without you even needing to be inside the base. That's crucial. So while you're still outside, you're going to want to have Sledge throw some nades into the locker room and into the A-bomb room, depending on where you think the enemies are. You should drone that out to be sure, and use those grenades to get people moving, to get them to run into your kill fire angles. You should have some angles there where we were discussing outside, where you should be able to see people running around out of the A room or leaving the locker room, so they should be quick kills. That's what you're using your nades and your Twitch for, to push people out of spots and into the places where you're already checking. So that's what I was saying earlier. If you're not going to take Sledge and Twitch, make sure you take somebody with stuns or something that's going to force the enemy to move. Fuse is a good choice there to get them to move out of the locker room or out of the A-bomb room. So either one of those 2 are good operators to replace Twitch and Sledge with if you feel you must. So after you get people moving out of the locker room and you feel like it's clear, you can have Thatcher and Thermite go over to the small reinforced wall, which is in the corner of the locker room, and have them breach that wall. Once they breach that wall, that will give you an angle to the inner stairs and let you see if anybody's back there or next to the A-bomb room or anywhere in that area. So it gives you a nice crossfire angle which is always the goal here. Provide multiple angles for you to team shoot people and get them off the mat. So you're just going to hold these positions and get as many picks as you can. Hopefully at this point you've eliminated a good portion of the enemy team, and there should be just 1, 2, or maybe 3 guys left. So you're going to want to go ahead and push into the A-bomb. If you have a drone in there or you've done your job, you should know that the A-bomb room is pretty much clear, where you can immediately plant the bomb in the doorway, which provides you an angle from directly above to see it. You can also spy that corner of the doorway and see if anybody comes from across the hall. So that's a good spot. If you're not going to plant right in the doorway, the other spot I recommend is behind the desk. When you're behind the desk, it does provide a unique angle for you to see from outside on the stairs down into the A-bomb room. You'll have to check it out for yourself, but once you blow that top portion of the wall and you go up maybe 2 or 3 steps right here to my right, you will see that you can see into the A-bomb room and anybody who is behind the desk. So those are the 2 spots that I would recommend you try that. There are plenty more strategies that I can share with you guys and plenty more things that we can even talk about just on Hereford Base, but this is just one, and I know it's a fave, so I wanted to get the information out there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave us a like. It truly helps us out and we really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to check us out at aimassistgaming.com. You can see all of our different podcasts and things going on, and we'll love you for it. But until next week, guys, I'm Hambone, and I'll see you when I see you.